Okay, here we go now. All right, lots of questions. So let's go ahead and take care of some business. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead. Ava, what'd you say?
Oh, I have a question, but it's for later.
Okay, I don't care what question.
Oh, you do number 38.
All right, somebody said something like 38. This guy right here is what you're talking about? All right, let's see if we can do this over here. All right. Now, if this piece of the puzzle right here is 2x minus 19. Oh, I'm sorry. If this piece is 2x minus 19 and this is 6, then what is this piece right here?
I don't think
Oh my goodness. Hold up a second. What is this piece right here? Now, I'm not saying this is how you do it. I'm just simply saying we're trying to get it down into the individual pieces, right? Because we know the whole length is 2x minus 7. Do we agree with that?
Yeah,
Right? What?
I knew that, but I didn't.
What you know?
Because you.
What did you know?
I knew that you had to subtract it because then you get the value of that line. I just didn't know how to subtract it, so I just did my calculator. Oh. Busted.
So, but I'm not sure what you're saying. You just did it on your calculator.
I was confused and I spent a long time on it, so I was kind of tired.
You're missing the whole point here. What is so who can help me? Let me get this out of the way. Anybody? Go.
So you have to do 6 minus 2x plus 19. So you have to do
Yeah. So that's exactly right. So this piece, let's say, for example, this was 1. Then what would this piece right here be?
5.
That would be 5. Come on.
Oh.
Hey, I want to stop messing around. All right. If that's 1, obviously that's 5, right? So you just did 6 minus 1, correct? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, that piece right here must be 6 minus 2x minus 19. Does everybody agree with that? So now if we distribute, that becomes 6 minus 2x plus 19, which is, we could just say 25 minus 2x. Do we agree with that? All right, so now I'm going to just move this out of the way a little bit. And so now we know this is 25 minus 2x. Now what?
And then you just add it to the 8.
And then you add 25 minus 2x to the 8.
And then you just.
Hold up, that's beautiful, girl. Here we go, from here to here. From here to here is 25 minus 2x, right? And so now what?
It'd be 33 minus 2x.
33 minus 2x is equal to,
2x minus 7.
you are brilliant. Good job. All right. Sophia, that was good too. All right, so go ahead over here, add up the 4x equals, what do we got? 40. And so x was equal to what? X is equal to 10. All right. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very good. What?
How did you get that 2x minus 19 is equal to 1? It's not.
I didn't say that.
You're just saying if it was, what would that be?
Right.
I mean, it is good.
You're trying to visualize how you figured out what HG was. So I just said, if I knew that IH was 1, we could easily say that was 5. So your brain was then able to say, well, HG is just 6 minus 2x minus 19. All right, come on, go.
You do anything on the extra.
Yes, yes. Does anybody have any questions with 38? All right, what did you want?
The extra help thing.
I don't know what you mean, the extra help
Like,
thing.
The extra fun. Thing you need to
Okay, okay, so let's go, let's go. Which one?
Can you do number 5?
Okay, here we go. Now, I believe they're saying use figure 1 for questions 2 through 7. Do you understand that? What do you mean, what?
The one.
I don't understand what you guys are saying. This is for all of the figures. You said number 5, right?
Okay.
What I'm asking you,
Yeah.
paste the image. So this might be able to be helpful. PR. All right. If we say that PR is 3x plus 8. So that means here's how I show kids so you can see it better. 3x plus 8 from here to here. And QS from here to here is 6x minus 13. And PQ is equal to RS. Then what has to be true about PR and QS? They're equal. Those have to be equal. Do you hear me? Hello? Not, come on, I don't want, yeah, like,
Yeah,
do you either know it or you don't know it?
they're equal.
Right? They are in fact equal. Yes or no?
Yes.
I can demonstrate why they are equal if you'd like me to show you that. Are you okay? Do you want me to show you or are you okay? The visual part, I'm understanding. Listen, all you have to do is tell me I don't see it. That's what I'm saying. If you see it, it's obvious. If you don't see it, I understand you can't see it because it's happened to me. I don't see it all the time either. All right. That's why I'm trying to demonstrate. Right. So let's just say, for example, this right here, this helped me out a lot. Whenever I see something more complicated, I try to make it easy. All right. So I'm going to say PQ is 5 and I'm going to say RS is 5 because they're equal. Now I'm just going to say QR is 4. What's true about PR and QS? See how they have to be equal. Right, I'm understanding you can't just look at that. That's not like obvious for the average kid. Right, but if you put small numbers, now do you understand what I'm saying? If you put numbers in there so your brain can see, wow, obviously PR is equal to QS, now it's not a problem. Are we agreeing with that now? All right. So now we just are establishing that 3x plus 8 is equal to 6x minus 13. Do you agree with this? And now it's just basic math, right? 3x equals 21, so x was 7. And if x is 7, then PR is what? I got 29. You okay with that? Now, I'm serious now about it. I understand if you don't see it. All right. That's why I'll try to draw it or do something so you can see it better. All right. Anybody else with this information? Go. No, I can't because I didn't do them yet. No, tell me what question you have. Okay, so you want to see if they're right, correct? So basically it's the same thing. If I paste that again, let me see if yes, so let's do it. PQ is equal to 5x plus 2. 5x plus 2. QS, from here to here is 12x minus 23, correct? And then QR is x plus 5. And what does it say? PQ is equal to RS, right? So do we agree this can be 5x plus 2 also? And then these two things added together equals this. You happy with that? Right? So let's just double check. 12x minus 23 equals 6x plus 7. 6x equals 30, x equals 5. Right? So if x is 5, then RS would be 27. Okay. Hey, Ella, is that all right? All right, so I'm glad I checked it. Do you want me to check number 7 since you missed number 6? Ella,
Yeah.
check 7?
Yeah.
All right, so let's check 7. All right, PQ is 3x plus 30. 3x plus 30. RS is 12x minus 33. QR is 2x plus 5. PR is equal to QS. Therefore, what's true? 3x plus 30 equal to, yeah, 3x plus 30 is equal to 12x minus 33. So 9x equals 63, x equals 7, right? And then QS would be 14, 19 plus, what is that, 84 minus 33, what is that, 51? So what did we get for that? 70? All right, if you got that, I'm pretty happy with you on that. All right, these are tricky. All right, Taya, what? Nothing. We didn't need the 2x plus 5 now. Because we know that PQ is equal to RS, right?
Yeah.
You understand me? All right, what?
I'm so confused on 38 through.
Okay,
43.
well, let's look at 6 and 7. If anybody, I will, listen, I'm gonna go to do all of the ones that you want help on, but I want to make sure everybody's good with 6 and 7. What?
How is QS only 12x minus 33? What happened? Like why would 2x plus 5 just like not counting?
Remember, X can be any, oh, well, because we know these things are true. We know that PQ is equal to RS.
But it's saying QS. Like PR is equal to QS.
Wouldn't that include the 2x plus 5?
But we're saying if PR is equal to QS, here's what I need you to understand. If PR is congruent to QS, automatically RS is congruent to PQ.
Because they have to be the same one. But that doesn't make any sense because they're obviously not the same length.
What? Okay. So say it one more time. Come on.
Hey, what happens to 2x plus 5?
Subtract.
You could add, okay, what you could do, listen to me. Listen to me. That's a good question still. Please watch and pay attention. Do you agree that if I do 3x plus 30 plus 2x plus 5, that's going to equal 2x plus 5 plus 12x minus 33? I'm not understanding what you're not seeing here. What does that say?
PR is equal to QS.
So that means from here to here, from P to R is the same as from Q to S, right? So if I say 3x plus 30 plus 2x plus 5 equals 2x plus 5 plus 12x minus 33, are you happy now?
I mean,
They're equal. True or not true? Now, come on, I'm trying to be serious now. Do you agree? Those two things are equal, right? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Yes, right? The 2x plus 5 has been added to the whole thing here and added to this whole thing. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So because it's been added to both, I can just cross it out and say these two parts are equal. You agree with that now? It's kind of like if I made this x, this y, and this z, and said x plus y equals y plus z. What do I do to the two y's? So x equals z. Now do you see? All right, come on, guys. That's what I want. If you don't know, I'm okay. Go. QS. Didn't I plug 7 in for 2? Okay, I could, okay, I could have made a mistake, but QR plus RS, isn't that QS? So I plugged 7 in here and I 7 into QR and I added them together.
It's 7. Sorry. 15.
Because you're adding up the two.
Am I finding QS or not? So I need to find QR and I need to find RS and I add them together. Right? Or not right? Now it's kind of like, Jocelyn, I don't want you to say yes just to move on. No, I was saying you kept going. I don't want to just stop and you give up. I want you to see it. All right, that's what I'm saying. If you have good questions, I want to help. All right, these are not easy. The average kid can't do this. All right, go, Whit.
Troubled on the wording for 3 and 4, like on the first page.
Okay, I'll get to that. What?
On number 21.
No, I'm on 6 and 7. Are we all good with 6 and 7?
Yeah.
All right, now what did you want? Need to go back up here on 1 and 2, right here? 3 and 4.
The parts, like first page, not in the front.
Oh, okay. So now you want me to go back right here?
Yeah.
Number 1, CD is the whole thing, right?
Also not 3.
Okay. So you just have to draw the figure out. All right, so let's look at number 4 real quick. It says B is between C and D. So B, I'm going to put B is between C and D, correct? So then CB is 4x minus 9. BD is 3x plus 5. CD is 17. So what's true?
That CD.
The two parts equal the whole. This plus this equals 17. Right? So tell me what the equation is.
The 4x 30.
Yes?
4x minus 9 plus 3x plus 5 equals 17.
Yes, that is correct. You with me? It's called the segment addition postulate. The two parts equal the whole.
Okay.
Come on, move to the problem. 41, and we're wasting time. 41. Right here, right? All right, tell me.
I just don't understand.
You see the JK is 5.
Yeah.
So KL is what? Hold on. X plus 2. Right? This whole thing is X plus 7. Do you agree?
Oh, so just
Right or not? You sure? Right. So now I have from here to here is how much? Yes. Now what's the equation?
Oh, 2x plus.
Come on, chop, chop, go. All right, I'm happy with that. Those are tricky. I'm not, you know, that's why it's good visual work. It's really good visual work. All right, what?
On that one, I subtracted.
You can do it other ways, I'm sure. Right? You can do it other ways, I'm sure. Right? Does that just come out to be x equals 0?
Yeah. What does that even mean?
What do you mean?
Like, how is it 2x is equal to the same thing as just x? Then it has to be 0. Because.
There you have it. If this is 0, you're exactly right. Just plug in 0. All right, that means KL is 2. That means JK or JL is 7, just like they said. What? 21. Let's see what 21 says. This one? Y is between X and Z, right? So XY plus YZ equals XZ. Right?
Yeah, but the reason I need help is because I got a decimal.
Well, decimals are allowed in math, believe it or not. 3D equals, what is that? Negative 30. D equals negative 10. Yeah, that's what I got. What? Yeah, let's try 22 since we're having so much trouble. All right, so XY plus YZ equals XZ. So 4n plus 2n is 6n minus 4 equals 22. 6n equals 26, so n equals, what is that, 13 thirds? 13 thirds is the same as 4.3 repeating. What? Quick.
For 21.
Hold on, did I make a mistake on that? 11, we did XY XY plus YZ. Oh, yes. I did make a mistake, right? That should be 20D, not 2D. Is that right, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you. Good for you. Thank you, Ella. And whoever else was trying to speak up. That's 20. So then it became 15 is 30, correct? Yeah, sorry about that. That's right. 15D. 15D equals 30, so D equals 2. Sorry, 21. Yes. All right. Okay, so listen, we've swallowed up a bunch of time, but I felt really good about today. So does anybody else have one quick anything else? All right, let me pause the come on. Yeah, finally, this was a good one. All right, so again, we have that from our figure, it says that y is between, right? So if y is between, we know that xy, which is 15x plus 10 plus yz, which is 2x plus 20 equals the whole thing, which is 2x squared. So 17x plus 30 equals 2x squared. Does everybody agree with that? We have a quadratic set equal to 0, 2x squared minus 17x minus 30 equals 0. Now you're using your mad factoring skills. So we have 2x and x. We have,
Plus 3.
wait a minute. We have 10 and 3. We want this to be minus and this to be plus. Do we agree with that? And so x is equal to negative 3/2 or x is equal to 10. Do we agree with that? Distance can't be negative. However, in this case, is our distance going to be negative? No, x negative 3/2 is good. Both of those answers are good. The reason why is because if I plug negative 1.5 Oh, no, you're right. Negative 1.5 times 15 is gonna be greater than 10. You're right. So this is not correct. Now, just because X is negative, listen to me. Just because X is negative doesn't mean it's automatically not correct. You still have to look to see, right? If I look, that's why I was telling you. If I plug in negative 1.5 there and add 20, it's still going to be positive. Do we agree? But if I plug it into this, negative 1.5 times 15 is going to be greater than 10, so it'll be negative. So this distance will end up being negative. Do you agree with that? All right, so now we plug 10 in to solve for what, 1?
Yeah.
Which one? X, no, and YZ, and YZ. So YZ would have been 40, correct?
Yes.
All right, good job. All right, actually, thank you for that. All right, that was a good one to review. That's a nice quadratic. All right, let me pause this video real quick. And then we will get busy with the next. All right, let's see how difficult this is. All right. Mrs. Smith's class measured the amount of rainfall each month during the school year. If the minimum rainfall was 1.7 centimeters and the maximum rainfall was 6.9 centimeters, find the midpoint. How do I find the midpoint between 1.7 and 6.9? Subtract them. So that's going to put you in the middle if I subtract them. Midpoint. I want everybody to remember midpoint is an average. That's all it is. Midpoint is an average.
And divided.
Add them and divide by 2. That's it. All right. So if I add 6.9 and 1.7, I get what?
8.3.
Wow.
8.6.
And then divide by 2. Yes. 4.3 would be considered the midpoint. All right. So when you want to find the middle between 2 points, it's always x1 plus x2 divided by 2. That's the easiest way to come up with the midpoint. All right. So now if we look at question number 2, all right, use the number line to find the coordinate of the midpoint of each segment. How long is BD? So the midpoint would be 9, 0 plus 18 divided by 2. Yes, come on. Everybody's okay with that being 9?
Yes.
Anybody? All right, so let's help me with AC. What's AC going to be? Yeah, some of you are, I'm not sure if you're with me. The midpoint is what? Why are we saying 9 is in the middle of negative 12 and 6? That's what some of you are saying. How is that possible? What is the formula? You just take the 2 points, add them, and do what? Divide by 2. What are the 2 points? And if I add those, what is that? And then if I divide that by 2, negative 3 is considered the midpoint. Okay, that's on a number line, but we're not going to be doing number lines much. All right, we're going to be doing the midpoint of 2 coordinate points. So what do you suppose the midpoint formula is for that? Comma. Yeah, it's just you do it twice. That's it. That's the formula for midpoint. That's the formula for midpoint. So everyone has to know that. That's on all standardized tests, all ACTs, all SATs. All right, that's the midpoint formula. All right, anybody have any doubts about that? Oh, I don't know where it went, but all right. So here we go. The midpoint for number 4 would be, yeah, but I like it as a fraction. You're right. 11 over 2, comma, 0. Nice. All right, number 5. 4, comma. Anybody have any issues with that? All right, let the fun continue. All right, find the measure of LM if M is the midpoint of LN and LM equals 3x minus 2 and MN equals 2x plus 1. Anybody have any idea about that? Yeah, I agree. I think you should draw it out. So because M is the midpoint, what is true about LM and MN? They're equal. That's it. Right, because it's in the middle. That is correct. So all we have to do is say 3x minus 2 equals 2x plus 1. So we all are good with our mental math, and we just say x equals what? Everybody happy with that? X equals 3. And now they say find LM. So LM is 7. Everybody okay with that? All right. Find the coordinate of G if 1, 3.5 is the midpoint and J is 6, -2. All right, so this is sometimes confusing for kids, but watch this explanation. I don't want you to make it hard. All right, this point over here is 6, -2. F is the midpoint, so I'm just going to put F is the midpoint, 1, 3.5. Now, it's a really simple problem. We don't really need to do any math. All right. Can anybody tell me if 1, 3.5 is the midpoint, then what would be the other endpoint?
6.2.
It's got to be negative. I like that. Negative what? Yes, very smart. -4. And then what would the other endpoint be? 9, I think, correct? Very smart. Now here's watch. Here's how I show kids this. It's so simple. All right, you're going on a walk. All right, here you go. You start at, you start at what? You start at 6 and you walk to 1. You need to stay in the middle, correct? So you got to walk the same distance. Do you agree? So if I went from 6 to 1, I went what? No, I went what? -5, right? Does everybody agree with this? So then I just walk another -5. Is everybody happy with that explanation? If I'm at -2 and I walk to 3.5, I just walked how many? 5.5, right? So I walk another 5.5. And that takes me to what? 9. Does everybody agree that was easy? All right, that was easy. All right, now these for some reason cause all kinds of problems. All right, so I have find point N on WZ. That is 1/3 of the distance from W to Z. So what's WZ? Does everybody agree WZ is 9? So what's 1/3 that distance? No, I'm just asking you, what's 1/3 of that distance? 3. I didn't ask you for a location. I just said, what's 1/3 of that distance? 1/3 of that distance would be 3, correct? So now if I'm 1/3, if N is 1/3 of the way from W to Z, I just know that it's going to be located at what coordinate? At -2. All right, because this length right here is what? 3 units. Does everybody agree with that? And again, you can kind of look at it and see. N is 1/3 of the distance from W to Z. 3 is 1/3 of 9. Do we agree with that? Anybody have any issues? All right. Find point M on XY. That is 1/4 of the distance from X to Y. So I'll just let you tell me what that answer is now. 1. All right. And that would be M. All right. So M is 1. Anybody have any problems with that? Anybody? All right, let's see. Number 10. Okay, now I need to find M on X, Y. Ooh, these sometimes cause trouble now because there are what? Two dimensions. Do you agree? There's an X and a Y, but does that really matter? No. All right, so let me explain what I mean by that. All right, I'm trying to find a point on X, Y that is 1/3 of the distance. All right, so what I want everybody to take a look at is this. Right? We know that's what they're talking about, correct?
Yeah.
So I need to go 1/3 of the way. Do we agree? Now, logically speaking, I would measure from here to here, correct? And then I need to go what? And then I would need to go also up. Do we agree? So if I want to find 1/3 of the distance, what do you think I have to find 1/3 of?
The amount up
And
is sideways.
horizontally, we'll call that sideways, and what? Vertically. Does everybody agree with that? We have to find 1/3 of each. That's it. All right. So now, in my opinion, I don't like counting. I just would like everybody to say, okay, I started at what? And I went to what? 5. How long is that? 8. I need 1/3 of that. Divide by 3. So what's that? You're right, 8/3. All right, it doesn't divide evenly, right? So I need to count over 8/3. Do we agree with this? Come on, stay with me now, because I'm helping you with your mental math now. Right? I need to count over 8/3 from what? Yes, thank you. From -3. Do we agree? So now, come on, people, what's -3 plus 8/3? Come on. Just don't embarrass me.
-1.
-1/3. Thank you. The X coordinate is going to be -1/3. I know it's been a summer, right? You haven't done much fractions. All right, but I'm asking you to add -3 plus 8/3. That should not be a problem for us. -3 is how many thirds? -9, right? And -9 plus 8. -1/3. All right. So now we're going to go from the Y. All right. How far do we move on the Y axis? 12. I need what? 1/3 of that. Oh, what's 1/3? 4. So I'm starting at what? Starting at -6 and moving up how many? Which would, what? I'm moving up 4. So that's going to take me to what? -2.
I just have a quick question.
Quick question.
Why did you do -3 plus 8/3?
Because I moved 8/3. 8/3 is 1/3 of the distance. Because I started at what? And I add 8/3. True? Right? All right. Hey, that was a nice job today. All right. Very, very good. Man, I am